Just as a warning, this video does not go over the Swing Classic records or the Red Seal records. The main reason being that Red Seal records only change color and they are pretty much identical to the standard Victor 78s. And yeah, that's about it. On with the video. Kia ora everyone. This is a video targeted specifically to the American viewers, although I'm pretty sure that's where most of you are anyway. Either way, this video is going to be a tutorial on knowing the differences between RCA Victor 78 RPM pressings. Let's start off with one of the most common Victor pressings, Camden pressings. Camden was the first place Victor Talking Machine Company ended up manufacturing the first few records. Let's take a closer look. Starting off in the early 1900s, these were the first few shellac records Victor manufactured. They changed the label at some point during the early 1910s to the more familiar Monarch label. In 1915, Victor replaced the boring round design with the batwing design, along with a font change. This is where things get interesting, since in 1924, Victor opened up their second pressing plant in Oakland, California. Oakland pressings have a small O between Nipper's head and the gramophone. The same logic applied to the later 1925 scroll design. The third Victor pressing plant, located in Hollywood, California, was opened in 1928 and had its own variant of the scroll label. This featured an uppercase H under the VE logo. The label was changed again with a double-ringed design used between 1937 and 1943. This is where things get even more interesting, since it was the start of each pressing plant having their own variant of the label design. A couple of years after the Oakland pressing plant closed in 1934, the fourth Victor pressing plant was opened in 1939, located in Indianapolis, Indiana. The design featured the outermost ring being shorter in length compared to the Camden pressings. The Hollywood pressings would have the rings split around 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, but other than that, were identical to Camden pressings. In 1943, they changed their label again to another variant of the double ring. These rings would go all the way around the label as opposed to stopping 3/4 of the way down. Camden pressings have a full circle and a bit of space between the newly added RCA logo at the bottom of the design. Hollywood pressings from this time period have a split at the top, with the rings touching the RCA logo at the bottom, while the Indianapolis pressings have a full ring with it touching the RCA logo. In around 1946, the label was changed to the final iteration of the ring, with the RCA logo being moved slightly lower, breaking the Radio Corporation of America text in two. The most obvious change, however, was the addition of the RCA text in front of the Victor title at the top of the design. Each pressing plant design remained the same during this period. The Camden plant kept the split at the bottom, the Indianapolis kept its full ring, and the Hollywood plant remained split at the top. A new plant was opened up in 1947, however, located in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. This design had a split at the top and bottom, like the Hollywood and Camden pressings merged together. Hopefully now that you're all armed with this knowledge, you now know what pressings you have, so you can catalog them all correctly if you're into that kind of thing. I hope you all took something useful out of this video and found it informative. Thanks to everyone for watching this video, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I plan on making this a series if the video goes well enough, so if you want that, please let me know by replying in the comments. And with that, bye!